Okay, so yeah, we're looking at my desktop. I'm not actually going to show this step, creating the actual service, because that is the secret sauce right there. Um, I honestly don't really want people to know how this is done, since it enables malicious attacks and things like that. But you'll see here that I actually have this service here called Accidentally Cheat Engine. And if we look at the properties of it, we can see that it's pointing at my cheat engine folder, but it's pointing at an executable that is called thisisnotcheatengine.exe. Okay, so what's actually going to happen is when you run a service, it runs it in a different memory space, I guess, is really the easiest way. Real oversimplification, but it maintains a separate memory space called session 0. And when you run something inside of, or when you run something as a service with the local system account, it's going to run inside session 0 instead of inside your user session. Now, Task Manager itself shows what is in the user session, rather than what is in all of the sessions. So you see here in my actual task applications list, there's nothing showing up here. But let's go ahead and we'll start the service, and see Windows actually complains that, hey, I couldn't do this correctly. That's not exactly true, because there is this other dialog here, and I think you're actually going to lose my screen because session 0 has a physically separate desktop. But I can go ahead and say, okay, well, I want to view the message, and it will click over to the other desktop. I'm not sure, again, if you guys can see this. I guess I'll find out in a little bit. But you go ahead and you click open, and you navigate over to your table. Desktop. Okay, and so now we see or I guess you might not be able to see, but anyway, Cheat Engine is running. So I'm going to go ahead and return back to session 1, all just getting stuff set up. And you see that Windows actually continues to offer me this dialog where I can actually choose to go back to session 0 at any time. Okay, so now that Cheat Engine is running, I'm going to show you that, hey, in fact, in the applications list, look, it's not there. You don't see it. But if we come to services, we can see that my accidentally the Cheat Engine service happens to actually be, it appears stopped. That's even more. I thought it was going to show up as running, but it doesn't. It doesn't even appear running. And you can literally call the service anything you want. I made it accidentally Cheat Engine so that it would be at the top of the list and very easy to find. And the same thing actually goes for the name of the process, where I called it This Is Not Cheat Engine. But we can see that under the process list, it does appear as well. Now, you got to keep in mind that obviously I named this file This Is Not Cheat Engine. You can name it anything you want. So I could have called it Task Host, or I could have called it Trillion, or I could have called it OBS. I could have called the executable anything I wanted. And then there's no way to differentiate it between any other process that's running in the tree. Okay, so it doesn't appear in applications. The process tree can be hidden very easily simply by renaming the file. And on services, the service that is actually running the process, I didn't even realize this until now, shows up as not even running. It shows up as stopped. So literally, it's really, really easy to hide Cheat Engine. It's not difficult at all. So now you're like, okay, well, prove that it works, right? So let's go ahead and we'll launch Cheat Engine here. Or we'll launch Borderlands 2 here. Go ahead and load up the game. Normally I would do stuff like this before I started streaming so that it was all set up. But so now the game is running, and I'm going to go ahead and switch back to session 0. interactive services message. Try that again. I think I might have frozen Cheat Engine. Yeah, I did. Okay, well that's fine. Just gonna have to start over. Okay, go back to the session. I messed something up. Not sure what it was. Crap, I can't kill the process now. That from the task manager. Okay. No, Jably, I'm running Windows 7. Okay, so services, access Cheat Engine, start baby up. Okay. Interactive desktop. Fucked up. Fucked up. Oh, I know why. That should fix it. There we go. Okay, so that fixed it. Alright, so close my services. Okay, so go back to the interactive desktop. Do the message. Cheat Engine's running fine. Alright. Open up table. Alright, the table worked. So let's go ahead and do the item rarity again. That it's pretty easy proof of if it's working or not. And the memory values, Cheat Engine? What are you doing? I think I might have needed to go into the game to get it to actually do it. When I did this all at once. Okay, well, that not work. Go in. Okay, so let's go ahead and current bullet hotkey. Okay. Anyway, now if I did that right, yeah. As you can see, I have clearly frozen the value of my ammunition. So we are getting the unlimited firing. Or enhanced money shot. I set it to 5 instead of 1. I was like, whatever. So yes, as you can see, Cheat Engine does work. But yeah, that's how you hide Cheat Engine. Like I said, the critical step is really generating that service where you can start Cheat Engine in session 0 instead of starting Cheat Engine in the user LAN. Everything worked last time. I'm not quite sure why I couldn't get the drop rate modifier going. Of course I heard, Javelin. Why do you think I'm retaliating today? The only time I ever make one of these videos is in retaliation. So, you know, I mean, he can break his terms of service all he wants by doing that. But, you know, it doesn't change the fact that there's some people are kind of despicable. Nothing you can do about that. But yeah, I mean, it makes for a great story that, you know, there was Cheat Engine accidentally involved, and, you know, hey, we can go ahead and, you know, show the task managers, prove that not being run. I mean, it's all just smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. You go back to the interactive service, and we'll... Actually, I wonder if the drop rate modifier is going to work now that I've game. Sometimes it acts like that. Yeah, it's going to work now, actually. I'm going to go ahead and zone out and back in. Okay, now and yeah, I have specifically banned names, specific names from my channel from being mentioned. Something that I wish more people would do, because it would cut the drama. So, you know, that's really the effort why it's there, is to stop people from even bringing it up. It's been pretty effective so far. Makes it obvious that they're not supposed to be talked about. Alrighty, Bunker. How you doing? I have the extra money shots. And the extra drops. Doobie-doo.
Look for the buzzard with the white beacon. Get out to the ring if you need help.
Oh, is that an orange? That is an orange. That loader that I just killed dropped an orange because accidentally Cheat Engine. Hey, buddy. What's up, Sega? Hey, look, more oranges. Oh, and there's a sham. Look. Oh no, that's a cradle. Thunderball fists. Alright, actually, I guess you guys want to see a sham, don't you? Let me go ahead and deal with that. Hey, an infinity. Deliverance. Shred-a-fire. Man. All this loot from accidentally Cheat Engine. Best thing ever.
Welcome to my humble shop. Lovely. Farewell, friend.
Okay, let's make the sham drop. So let's go back to Cheat Engine. And we will go ahead and change the item drop rate modifier for bosses. Burn. Yeah, Guitar. Tales from the Borderlands, I'm actually thinking is looking like it's going to be pretty good. I like The Walking Dead. I've liked the videos that I've seen of The Wolf Among Us. So, okay, going back. So now, the bunker will absolutely drop the sham, along with a whole bunch of other legendaries, and or pearls, because pearls and legendaries are in the same table of items. So by modifying the legendary drop rates, you are also modifying the pearl drop rate. Oh, come out, bunker. This. Oh, another Thunderball Fist. Alrighty. Come on, bunker, hurry up and die. Hurry up and die.
Look for the buzzard with the white beacon. The Slav's got ammo for you out on the ring.
Wow, lots of Thunderball Fists. Logan's gun. It's all from like the last drop though. But okay. So now, this is the other thing. You see the sham, it did drop. It's right here. Here's my sham. 79%. That's the worst possible sham that can ever exist. But yeah, there it is. You can force the unique items to drop. No real mystery about it. Along with several other things. Make all this stuff drop. Just by changing some values. So, oh hey look, I got a pearl over here. I got an Avenger. And I got another Avenger.
I like it. I want it.
So you'll notice that even though I selected Legendary only, it's not all Legendary items and not all Pearl items, but mostly. And that's just because of the specific values that I have set for the item drops. As I mentioned, you can change them to however you want them to be. Legendary only is just a ratio of numbers that makes it much more likely for legendaries to drop. So if you lower that ratio a little bit, it will make fewer legendary items drop. And you know, you can only raise it a little bit. You can only raise the unique drop rates a little bit also if you so choose to make it much more believable. So, you know, these numbers are on the order of, you know, like 1/1000th they're 0.01, most of these numbers. And, if you want to triple the chances, all you do is you multiply it by 3. And suddenly the drop rate is now 3 times more likely. So, there you go. That's it for hiding Cheat Engine and what you can do when Cheat Engine is hidden. I go ahead and show you my task manager once again. Applications area. You can see that there is nothing that is Cheat Engine related. The interactive services detection show you can actually turn that off, so that's not showing up because it's like, oh well, you can tell that it's running because hey, interactive services is there. Well, no, that actually happens to be a service itself. So if you go ahead and shut down that service, interactive service detection, and stop, it's gone. Can't even tell it's there, but Cheat Engine is still running. You can tell because, like I said, I have my this is not Cheat Engine process right here. Again, I could name that file anything I want. I could name it Joe. I could name it Think Server. I could name it svchost.exe. Anything I wanted. And it would appear as running under the system account, not my user account, you can see here. And then, in fact, the service shows up as stopped. So, very easy. Again, I intentionally did not show the step on how to create the service because that is the real trick here. But guys can probably Google well enough, and if you actually do a search on Google, I found no fewer than 2 programs that will basically do this for you. Such a thing where you literally run their program, and then after you've run their program, you say, okay, well, through your program, I want you to launch Cheat Engine, and it will actually launch it in Userland 0. So, you don't even need the technical expertise to create this service. You just have to be able to Google. And that's all there is to it. So, yeah, I will catch you guys next time for my next Cheat Engine video when I do it. Not sure what the topic is going to be yet, but there will be another one, I am sure. Have a good one.